It is live. Hello, it's Jane. How are you going? I've just had the loveliest Christmas. I hope you did as well. And we're in this limbo period between Christmas and New Year. For me, I've taken it as a limbo period. Actually started a little bit before Christmas because I needed it. But really, look, I've got my new flowers here. Oh, they're so cute. And my neon light is all set up. And I'm just ready to have some fun and show you something new as well. So I'm going to flip the camera around like that. Hey Yama, how you going? Yes, and it's New Year's Eve now. So yeah, it's New Year's tonight. That's in Australia. Different people around the world have got different things happening. And I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, but whatever you're celebrating right now, we all sort of celebrate the new year at some point, whether it's right now or whenever it lands for you. I have enough bandwidth to think of my own celebrations. That's about it. But I'm going to show you something new. Oh dear, look at this. Oh, I can do something about it. I have nail polish. The vanity of it all. Okay, so what I'm just going to quickly do here is do that. Pop a little bit of Premier Dame, my favourite nail polish colour on the planet. What a bit of a different one there. Right, FINKerprints, cute new thing. Now, we came out with just before Chrissy kicked off and all that business were the INKvincible inks. Portrait colours, waterproof, permanent, etc. Very, very important creatures, all named after amazing women throughout history, INKvincible women. Oh, chipped already. And FINKerprints are dye-based. Just wait to see how cute this is. Oh, wait a minute. Got to stick. No, we're ready to go. 40 colours. Hello. So cute. Oh, here is a little colour swatch chart that I did earlier. So the FINKerprints come in this cute little box. There's 40 of them. It's so you can custom colour your stamps, like you're colouring them in. So the creativity starts, you know, from the get-go. And my whole thing with stamps is they're just so easy to customise. So I've got a whole online workshop that is looking at this type of exploration and all the different ways. I just find even in myself, even though I drew these stamps, sometimes it's just so much, it's just very delightful to just dive into the colour portion of whatever it is that you're creating, having already got a sketch. And the thing with stamps, stencils, all of these sorts of tools is that they just give you that little step up. Even sifting through your stamps or stencils or whatever you've got triggers little ideas of things that you can do. And my whole thing with creativity is that, yes, I'm an artist, it's my work, it's my job. It's also what I do to unwind and relax and just enjoy myself. So I don't really care if I make a masterpiece or not. It's about the process. This is the most important thing for me. All of that to say, this is just adds a little bit more creativity to this. Now these are dye-based inks, so they're water soluble, unlike these, which are waterproof. These ones do the tricks, do all the tricks. 40 colours looks like this. Very nice. That's what 40 colours looks like. And this is the little, they're called fingerprints because, you know me, I like play on words, and INKprints, and they're just these little tiny fingerprint sized stamps. Now you can actually use them like a little thimble, stamped like that if you want to, or nab them however you like. But they're just another really lovely creative tool, and all of the colours, they just look so gorgeous. The set is called the Finer Feelings set, and the colours are all named for positive emotions or emotional states, such as serene, breezy, focused, creative, wise, agile, etc. And I've used the colours as well to back that up. And we all have a very individual way of seeing colour relating to emotion. So this is just mine. See, charming to me is this lovely bright purpley pink. Well, it was the day that I did this. Focused is a purple. Renewed. These are good words as we go into the next year. So the set also comes with 2 swatch cards, so you can mess one up and do a really perfect one. You can just dab the colours, I'll show you, like this, to do your little swatch. And you can use this as a little dabbing tool as well. You know, how you use your things is up to you. And there's also 2, so you could have one in here if you wanted it, and one in a journal, or pop it in your INKcyclopedia, or whatever floats your boat. So I might actually keep that one there because of the drying. There's also, so there's 40 colours. They're all dye-based, but these ones here are fusion inks. So they're sort of a step between INKvincible. They're not as waterproof as that, but they are pigment-based ink. So they've got more of this sort of chalky look, so they really can hold themselves in these portrait colours because they're just so handy. And then you've got all of the bright colours as well. So I'm just going to pop them off to the side there. I think I might use this stamp. I drew this when I was in Portofino, or the Cinque Terre, probably over both places, just that part of Italy. And I quite love her. She's got her little dress on. I've got a little paintbrush there too. Well, that would be nice for swatching out colours actually. If you can hear noises in the background, including that one, I'm at JDHQ, so we're sending out orders and people that treated themselves at Christmas. And we'll take the day off tomorrow though. I intend to just float around in the pool later on today. Oh, which reminds me, I must tell Angus something about the pool. So what about you guys? Hey Debbie, how you going? Hey Babs. Hey Cheryl, how you going? How you going? I know, one ink and then straight into the next. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. So this is a brand new stamp, obviously. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just prep this stamp because she's brand new by putting some ink on her. I'm going to pop a little bit of Lagatha so you can really see the stamp. One of the exercises we do in Stamp to Story is adding colour in different ways. So I think I might just, let's see what else I've got in here. Is this a secret journal? Oh, I might have a few secrets in here. Oh, new washies. Oh, but I'm just going to stamp it over this. This is textured, so it's not going to be a perfect print. I don't really mind. It's just going to look nice over like a bright background. Gorge. So what I tend to think of this as breaking the stamp in a little bit so that any finishings that I used in the making of it are sort of coming off. I use a little bit of, oh, that's water. That's not going to be, well, that'd still be helpful. Better than nothing. Just to lift off any excess ink there. and I've got my little clean case. I found that cleaning my stamps has sort of revolutionised my process a little bit, because I'm just looking after things a bit better. Now this is too big to get in here, so I'm just going to use a bit of paper towel. But this stamp spritz has ingredients in it that will help lift off the ink and whatever other little finishings are on there, so that now I'm ready to rock and roll. But I might, because I've got this dye-based ink, I'm going to give her a little extra bit of spritz of water. Just get her really perfect. And I was playing around last night, and this is another stamp. Oh, do I have that stamp here? No, because I used it at home. Oh, do I? Oh, here she is. This is one of my favourite stamps, this loose circle. I use it for swatching a lot. I used it last night, actually. I swatched out all the permanent inks, the tattoo and the pigment of imagination. Do I have it in here? Oh, no, it's in a different journal. And this stamp is here. But these little fingerprints are great for these more intricate stamps, which I think is like 90% of stamps are smaller and intricate. I've got lots of really big stamps. You can use them with your art foamies as well, of course. It's just art foamies are so big. I think you might be better off using paint and ink from bottles rather than using these little guys. These are for details. Okay, banging on about nothing, but that is her, and then this is here, and then when I've added a bit of water. Now, water solubility depends on the paper and how long the ink has been sitting there. I've got this more water effect here, watercolor effect. I can add, I just was testing here, and I love my little rainbow mermaid. So maybe we'll do a rainbow lady right now. I think we might use her as well. I don't know. I'm working in one of the watercolor journals. Doesn't that look cool? Actually, I'm just going to quickly, oh, you know what? Why not? I might just add a few little polka dots like this. I'll just turn this around, get a half dot on here. So I'm just giving that a little twirl as I go. And if I wanted to fill that in, because it's water soluble, add a bit of water to the paintbrush and just add a bit of water to it. Or if I needed to fit it into a nook or a cranny like up in here, I'll just do that. Let's add a little bit of this pink to the cheek and to the hair. Why not? I'm sorry, but that's looking cool already. And all we did was do a little stamp. See, if I did a little stamp on here, bam. Ooh. But this is washi, so if we wanted to do a little stamp on here, I'd be better off using a stickier type of ink. So INKvincible would stick on that better than dye-based inks. They're just not sticky, so it'll just have trouble drying and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, we'll just turn that page. We'll turn that page. So this is going to have a little bit of texture. And I think I started telling you the journal that I'm working in is the flip journal. So this is watercolor paper. I've got it as a pad as well, where you just, it's gummed up here, which is normal for a pad. I gummed it down here. They thought I was crazy, but this means that I can use it like a book, and more often than not, I just leave it like this. Do you have to be a little bit careful, not rough with the pages? Yes, because it's just gummed in, it's not stitched in. But if you want to move the pages around, not move them around, but take them out, use them elsewhere, use it as a tip-in, brilliant. And the paper is just, which is the symbol for awesome. Whatever, John, you're crazy. Okay. So, let's scrap those. Show us the secrets. Yes, well, these are the secrets, Babs. You're right here. Oh, well, the secrets at the front of the journal. The thing with showing you the secrets, because sometimes the secrets they don't come to fruition. So until I'm sure that they've passed all the little tests and they're not even secrets yet. They're pre-secret. Pre-secret. Once I go into the secret phase, that's a different part. I'm just putting some pencils away, so I've got a bit of room. Am I procrastinating? Oh yeah, you betcha. Oh, I've got a unicorn here. Got a bit of, okay. Is this dry enough? See, now I've become very attached to this, and that's making me procrastinate, so. Right, we have our stamp, we have our little FINKerprints, and I'm sure you've seen things like this sort of thing before. These are just my colours, and this little fusion section up here is very, very lovely. So let's give her a little bit of, oh no, should we just do full rainbow? Let's just do full rainbow, and I'm going to start with red. Now what you have to be careful of is when you're doing rainbow, this is what I reminded myself of last night, is when you've got all of the colours, yellow is just lighter. So just of course rainbow is a big part, yellow is a big part of the rainbow. Just be a little bit mindful of where it's hitting and how much. So if it's at a key point where you need a little bit of definition, yellow's not the one. Yellow is decorative. Yellow's not a foundation. I'm just reminding myself as we go along in life, okay? So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to do a little bit of red here. So this is daring. Let's get a little bit of witty happening. Will you get a little bit of contamination? Probably. Does that matter? Not really. Not really. I could also decide not to have the full rainbow. Now this is what I'm talking about, just yellow is decorative. So I don't want to skip the yellow, but see, this is her waist. It's quite a defining moment because it's the middle of the body. It's also a big indicator of movement. So what I might want to do is just sneak a little bit more of my vibrant orange in there. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of pink in there too. Okay, so we're into our yellows. Do I want my more mouldy greens? I'm not sure, but I've only really got one mouldy green. By mouldy green, I may just mean natural greens. I've got sure, but I want a bit more of the brighter greens. Do I want green on her hand? These are little creative decisions I can make. Because it's a stamp, it doesn't matter if I... So this is a nice little thing for us to think of today. I've been watching some really positive sorts of videos this morning. They were a little series from, I think the channel on YouTube was Sprout with an H, Sprout. And he was asking different older people, what would they go back and tell themselves? Now they're 75 or 95, what would they tell their younger selves, and just their life experience and stuff. It's really interesting. Everyone said move more. Keep on moving, take the stairs. Plan don't plan out your retirement, but keep your hobbies up, keep your friends up. There's all sorts of different things. Do what you love. So for me that means do more art and do more exercise. Ew. I might go hearty at this right for the glasses, add a bit of really deep colour there. And because we've worked fairly quickly, I think I can just go bam and stamp. Now the big thing with stamping, we also want it nice and flat. So I've got a couple of layers here. Oh, actually I'm going to stamp her in this journal, part of this, because I'm going to take that one back home again. So this was our little art vent journey. So this is an ink journey. This is going to be good for starting the year. And let's pop her here. And then maybe we'll do a bit of thinking about what we're going to be doing this year. Because this is a good time to reflect, appreciate, and then, you know, what would we like to create next? What are our next steps, our next moves? Excuse me? Love. So even if you're not a stamp or inky person, I think you might change your mind. I think you might change your mind. Now, rather than just wash that off completely now with some water, I'm not going to have enough ink on here to get a full, like, major impression. But I might just pop another one of her here. And this will just be a softer, more watery impression. Oh, I think I might like it even more than that one, actually. Oh, I love doing this stuff. I'm going to spray her with water right now and let that colour soften. I think I might be able to even get one more little print out, you know. Let's just do it, and I'm going to do it in this other journal. This is why you need several journals on the go at once. Yeah, we're still getting a nice little impression. Just getting lighter and lighter as the ink comes off, but why waste any ink, any precious ink, huh? I think I could even get another one, but let's just stop. Let's calm down. I can use a little bit of the spritz on here, but because this is a dye-based ink, just paper towel or a baby wipe is going to be fine. But it is important to take the ink off, because next time you go to use it, you might not want rainbow or these undertones on there. So now let's just be good citizens of our own devices and put her away. Oh, wait a minute. See, and when this is one of my exclusive stamps from the website, and which is janedavenport.com, in case you don't know. And that's a nice little postcard that you can use. That's the way I did my ones. Even with the fingerprints, see how the girl is peeking out around? I just didn't want plain white, but it is important to have the little, I think, to have the colours there. I'm trying so hard to get the stickers and the labelling to match the ink colour, but it's kind of impossible because you've got different types of ink. I can't even print something as bright as that pink is. The printer won't go that bright. So I just try and get as close as I can to the ink itself. Also, the ink looks a little bit different when it's sitting there on the pad. Let me pick, so this one here looks like black, but really it's this beautiful fox maple red. It just looks like a black blob there. So it's having the little swatch sheet's really important. But if I didn't have it this way around, see, that's upside down. Let's say she's upside down. So when you've got it in there, she's the right way out. Cute. Anyway, these are the things that make me very excited about what I do as a designer. Hey Zandra, how you going? I'm just going to scroll back quickly. Oh, Debbie's at work. Oh, so you're not in the limbo. Well, I'm at work. We're at work together. I'm working right now. Okay, so let's just have a think about things. I think I'll just leave her like this. I'm just letting her dissolve out. I thought this, she's sort of, what are we carrying into the next year? That's what she's making me think of. So this was another stamping situation, Stamp with A Cakes, Hot Pink Crocs. She's got a big beach bag. Oh, I got the most gorgeous tote bag from my niece, and love it. She's like off into the new year. So let's do watercolor first. So I think I might go in with my book truck colours as we manifest. I'm just going to go in with my favourite colour. That's just, if in doubt, favourite colour it out. So this is our highest quality watercolour that's in this one. It's a professional quality watercolours. We have some single pigment creatures in here, which is that's the sort of classification. But that doesn't mean you're going to use them more or enjoy them more than any other watercolour. The best watercolour is the one you actually use, okay? We all know that to be true. I'm just going to mix a little bit of a lime green here. Oh, yum, look at that. I got to show on the big screen at my brother-in-law's house a little bit of K-pop, introduce everyone to Stray Kids. And one of the cousins, the younger generation, and I had a very lively conversation about being stays. It was very fun. And XG, who's my other K-pop bias, is coming to Australia. I was listening to them on my headphones in the back of a car as we were heading to something or other, and saw the poster. I was, stop, might have to go. Well, this is a nice way to... Oh, that was a bigger transition than I... That red is dynamite. It's beautiful. And then we get into our Pride and Prejudice and our Little Women. So what are we manifesting, guys, for 2025? It's going to be such an interesting year. Big change in government in America, just things going on all around the world. A lot of, I think it's going to be a year of like things that we've always taken as for granted in our world. I think there are just going to be more and more things, scandals and whatnot break. We'll feel like the scales are coming off our eyes, whether we want them to or not. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. So I think it's going to be a strange one. AI is going to keep on, keeping on. And I think for artists, we're never going to want to stop getting our actual hands inky, painty. I don't want to use the word dirty. What do you think? What's coming up? But for me, I've got to do more exercise, I think. Ugh. I try and be good about it anyway. But after watching all the older people, I think I could do better. So, oh, now this is making me feel nice, I must say. Yeah, when I doubt, watercolor it out. Let's. The Jainisms. Okay. Well, let's watercolor it out right here. I'm going to do a little combo. I'm just going to do some colour. Let's do that. Let's kick. Well, we're not in the new year yet. We're still in 2024. Things haven't changed yet. Why does it feel like things will change when we go from one thing to another? Now, this is something I haven't done. Let's just try it out. Let's see what happens. So I've got my little doobly-doos, my fingerprints. Excuse me, how cute is the name? Oh, it's one of those times I was just walking around like I'm a genius. I am a genius. Ooh. Ooh, yum. That one's got a little bit of contamination. So if you are going to be layering out the colours, yes, you might get a little bit, but it won't last. It won't colour. It just is a little bit of colour sitting on the surface. It won't do that much. Oh, this one is heaven. Oh my gosh, I've got K-pop in my brain. Oh, I like this line that I'm... there's something very interesting happening here. So I'm going to force it a bit more. That is very interesting. Okay, I'm going to do it on this side too. I like this edge. What? I'm getting like a little edgy poo. Okay, I need a stronger colour. Now I don't have to do that just with this, by the way. It's just this is giving me dots, and I'm quite enamoured with dotty things. Oh, I could bring my mermaid, my ladybug dotters in for a little bit of this. I don't know, I'm just liking what's happening. So I'm going to, let's get a little bit of this yellow happening, because this is showing me a little bit of something something. Yes, Diane, happy new year to us all. It'll all kick off tomorrow, I suppose. Oh no, when is it? Well, it's New Year's nearly for everyone coming up. Just mixing a little bit of orange. No. If I wanted to knock that back a little bit. Well, actually, rather than knock it back, I'm going to let it dribble. Oops, too much. Ooh, there's something very interesting happening here, but I need that to dry because I want to put in there, if when in doubt, watercolor it out. It's a good mantra for going into the coming year. This is just water that I've dropped on there. Well, I think I might just leave her like that for now because I've got to let that dry, but this is going to be a nice place to plan things out, or I can use this as sort of like a manifest, like a little cover sheet for some plans here. So should we do that? Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to have to dab that, because even trust the mesh sheets, that's just too... and even where are my trust the mesh sheets? I'm still sinking into my move. Well, I'll just do this. This will soak everything up, but it'll stop it going onto this side, which is preferred. I don't mind if this goes on there, but I do mind if that goes on there. Everything's nearly dry except that. Ooh, there's something nice happening here. I did like that dark purple there, but I'm going to have to do that, or I'll end up with everything everywhere all at once, all around the world. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this. Woke up looking like this. Okay. I'm going to stick with this rainbow theme. What colour did we start off with? The turquoise. Okay. Let's do some resolutions, huh? Let's not say more exercise, because just exercise is boring. But moving. See? And, okay, then let's think about this. So for me, we've all got to move more. Well, I do. You might not have to. You might be moving plenty. Gardening. I can achieve this with garden. I just have to be very careful of my back, that's all. But if I'm careful, I can get my movement and I can do more gardening, which, hello, I like it a lot. And what I learned off my good friend Kim, and my mum has a good friend Kim too, even if you don't have a garden of your own, you can have a lot of fun helping other people if they've got a garden, because people with a garden, there's always plenty to do. And I just learn off people if they help me in the garden. It makes me appreciate my garden more too. So yesterday I discovered a new weed. Well, it's not a new weed, but it's the first time I've seen that weed in my garden. Oh, no, absolutely not. It was death to that. But move, okay, so the garden. I could go to the beach more, but I don't want to. I know that's not. Because Zorro's got, his hip is so bad, he can't really do much sand walking. So, and he's too heavy to carry and too hot. And I can't leave him behind. So I just need to find other things. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to try Pilates class. I do Pilates based exercise now, but I'm going to try something else, like a group class. My brother-in-law said the best, he's got a bad back like I do. I haven't got a bad back anymore, but you know, we've both had troubles with the back. And he said he went to a group, started going to a group Pilates class. And it's just been amazing because you get over the special me thing where you think that you're, you know, not you're special because you have a sore back, but because you just see everyone's got it and everyone's got their own journey, just as a reminder. So I thought, oh, that might be helpful. So anyway, I'm just going to pop this down. I'm going to be specific and let's just see. I might not like it. I have never done one, so. Has anyone here done it? Exercising in a group. I've done that, but you know, it's been a while. Let's just see. Just explore. I've made it look pretty anyway. Yes, moving more. Okay. What else can we do to move more? You know, it's all things like stairs and take the stairs, not the elevator, all that sort of stuff. But I sort of already do that. If I just get these things into my life, I mean, I should go walking more. I can't be bothered, so it's not interesting enough. And I don't want to go off bushwalking because I don't want to get eaten alive by bugs, snakes, and I don't know, I'm a bit, walking in the bush on my own, too scary, sorry. It could be just too many times you just hear about weirdos hiding in there, so I'm a bit reticent. So I'm going to put on things here that I think I can do, you know, manageable for myself. You know, be realistic. Okay, so moving, okay, that's a big one. Oh, I've got to paint big this year, guys. Paint big. This is my big one. I'm going to go in gold. I've got to paint big. I've got a thing. I started doing it and then just life went a bit, you know, lifey. And I kind of didn't, well, no, I did. I stopped. Not on purpose. But, and I've got it happening to me right now, I've got an overuse, not an injury, but just in my side. And it gets really, really sore. And sore enough to stop and doing it. So I just need to take the pain out of paint. Paint in general more, but paint big or create big. Like I've got aspirations. I've got dreams. Well, do I? Paint. Might go big like this, big. Yeah, that's going to be my one this year. This year, 24, was do more life drawing, and I really did that. I didn't go every week, but I did more than I've probably ever done before, maybe, and that was great. So I should really try and keep that up as well. But I could amalgamate my painting big and my life drawing as a weekly practice. Ooh, there's some weird birds out there making strange noises. Oh, people are saying do rebounding. Okay, I've got to move more. I want to paint big. Garden is part of moving. Oh, and I've got lots of things that I'm doing, like working on for work, but I don't need to put work more there, 'cause I already do plenty. Probably need to work less, but it doesn't feel like work when you're enjoying it. So, oh, and if I mean, what I really should put here is watch less everything, screen time, less screen time, but oh, I enjoy it so much. And am I not meant to enjoy my life? Well, I suppose if it stops you from doing these things, then yes. Well, I want to keep it positive, so I don't want to do what I want to do less of. I want to do what I do more of. We're manifesting, okay? I'm going to put a little life drawing in here. I'll do a little bit of life. I'm going to put my little life drawing. I'm going to use my hot pink, because I need to keep that up, and I know it's good for me. So life drawing is when you go and draw nudie people, but it's also the drawing in a group setting. And for me, that's very good, because it makes me more resilient. Because I control my environment in every other aspect, but there I can't. And I think that's good for you. It's good for me anyway. I think they're my big goals. Like things that I want to encourage more of, do more of, things that I really enjoyed from the year, and that I really want to, I have started moving more. I haven't done this. This is a whole new thing. Started doing this again. We'll dig back into it. And if I move more and do Pilates, that'll help me do that. It's very physical. And life drawing, this is good. This gets your brain moving. I think that they're my big things. Less screen time is difficult. Mine isn't using too much Facebook or Instagram, maybe. It's more YouTube, Real Housewives, that sort of thing. I use it as an escapism, and I could be doing something else. It's okay if I'm doing that and drawing or painting. I think I'll give myself that. Maybe that's what I can do. If I'm going to have screen time, I need to be multitasking. So how do I put that into just... So this is a new... I don't know if this will happen. I'll try it. I'm scared. I'm scared to do group thing. Like, I live in Byron Bay, this area, the Byron Shire rather, and everyone is skinny and young and beautiful, and they've all experts at Pilates, yoga. I would never go to a yoga class again. It's too confronting. Everyone's just too amazing, and I don't even find it inspiring. I just feel like the biggest gumbalina that's ever walked the earth. But perhaps I could... the Pilates, and you're lying down. You're lying down, which is already very nice. Oh, and you know what? I'm just going to put on... I'm going to add this girl. Walk with courage. I'm going to life draw with courage. What cute little stampettes. Where's my little blockerino? Oh, yes, I can fit her on this one. Now, should I do my... no, I'll use my new little Stamparello. So that's the book club, sorry, book truck watercolor edition of the Colour Library. And I've forgotten all the names of everything. But the red one is the Crucible. That red is the Crucible, remember that. What a strange book to read at school. The Hysteria of Young Women. Well, it wasn't just them. Everyone went a bit hysterical in that, didn't they? The good old witch hunts. Right, I don't need that. I need this. So let's go in. What colour shall I go? I was going to do here. I might go daring. Let's do... So I can colour in the stamp. This is small enough so I can actually use this to colour in. So let's do it in that way. I'm going to go with... oh, now this is a brand new stamp, so I probably should have popped her, you know, done the what I did to prep the other one. Oh, I love her little bendy legs. She's all warm colours. She's going to Hearty for her dress. So she's all these warm tones. Let's just see what we get. She might disintegrate into that a little, that's okay. Oh, did you see how I sprung up on it and attacked? Oh, that's cool. It's going to put her over here as well. Ooh. Oh, and she's softening out into that wet paint. Oh, just because I feel like it. I can draw some stars but I'll stamp them instead. Just because I feel like it. Pew, pew, pew. So this colour is Loving. Loving it. But I might use a bit of Loyal in here as well. They're Fine Art Feelings. Oh, there's got a little face. Oh. Japan. I want to do a bit of travel. I really just want to go to Japan. I'm just going to put Japan then. I want to do a trip to Japan. This is for 2025. If I don't put it here, I won't manifest it, right? So I can always add things later if I forget. But let's do... I really do want to... What colour should I do Japan? I feel like doing blue and purple down here. Oh, I might do some more workshops, but that's sort of more worky things. Ooh, that's pretty. But sort of, oh, and I might, look, I'm going to put South Korea because I'm developing a full-blown fascination with South Korea, but I don't know that much. I might learn South Korean just from the music I listen to, so I'm just going to put South Korea, but it's not an obsession yet, but it might be coming. I'm just gonna put it here because this is obsession. You know, I could go here and do a little side trip, and then I might decide I love it. Maybe then in another year it might be a little thing of its own. I don't know. But I'm leaving room. And we can see by the size of the thing's garden is really bigger than that. Because I love doing things in the garden. I always get very bitten though by bugs. So it's just part of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, these little stampings are so much fun. The FINKerprints. So you can get them now on the website. They're water soluble. Yes, they are. Let's go back to some. They're mixed with a bit of watercolor, and I put water down first and then just dabbed them in their little round form. This is watercolor. This is where I sprayed with water, just let it soften out a little bit, and then if I put watercolor in here, rather than the lines staying, they will move a little bit and soften out, which makes it look less stampy and more trampy, more hand-drawn, which might not be that important anyway, but I'm going to put a little swipe of colour and that will soften the stamp. But what I've also found is that the longer you leave it, the more set it becomes, and it becomes less water soluble. It will still be water soluble like watercolour. If you hit it bam straight away, you're going to be able to move it the most easily. But you might not want to, how much you want to, so if you want to totally dissolve something, you've got to work quickly. Otherwise it'll still move, but just not as much. I'm very into the rainbows today, so let's just continue with that theme. This was Pygmalion. Oh, let me just let this come on. Oh, that's so intense, that yellow. So that is Huckleberry Finn. I might even add a bit of red into that. A bit more orangey into that, yellow. And then I need to mix this green. I've had to mix the green a couple of times, so maybe I need to add a green into my little palette here if I'm not using, mind you, it's very easy to mix green, so I kept saying over Christmas, if I had my time again, I would, you know, like in my next life, I would love to be a K-pop style, be a man, just try something different and be good enough at dancing that I could be in a K-pop band. And but do I need to wait until my next life? I probably do, to be a K-pop idol, but because that's obviously what would happen. Could I go to a dance class and learn K-pop dancing? I don't think so. I don't have the discipline. But could I, if I move more and Pilates more, maybe I can become a better dancer. Even if no one ever sees it. I would like to know that I could do it if I wanted to. I think that may be an unrealistic thing, but oh my gosh. I just love watching the dancing. It just makes me feel happy. Makes me feel happy. Okay, I've got a little bit of manifestation. See, and then what I probably will do here, let that dry off, actually. I might even do it now. Because I've got this little high kick and these little ladies here, but I might hit that with a bit of oomph ink. Actually, maybe I'll go Hippolyta. Let's just do it then. I just feel like that'll be a nice place to kind of finish. So do I have colours that are this bright? Like I could use some of the deeper colours in my fingerprints, but if I stamp that onto that, it'll do what this is and soften off. Because I do have some dark colours, contrast colours, emphasis colours. But I think if this doesn't move as much. This might bleed out a little bit if it's really, really wet there. But it would have to be quite wet for it to do it. So she's quite deep and dark there. I might go in here. And this is me being everywhere all at once around the world. And I can mix these ones too. It's better if you do the lighter one first and then the darker one, because then you won't get any contaminants. But doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of surface ink. It'll be okay. But let me put her on here where we've got no definition. And then I've just got a little bit of definition there. And this isn't going to bleed out. It will soften if this is very wet. Any ink will. But the softening can be a good thing, you know. Being soft can be very lovely. Before I go, I'm going to do one more little star. I might just grab Vishpala because she's close. And I want something with yellow, but that's going to turn my yellow stamp. Okay, I have my blueprint for the following year sorted. I'm thinking of things. So when it comes tonight and doing New Year's resolutions and all that, I've kind of, or you know, doing my lucky wishbone or whatever. I've got a little idea, and there's nothing here that's too monstrous. That's the big one. But wow, imagine if I could get a little bit more, if I could do a bit of that. I just need to find something that's fun enough to not be exercise. Because I already do exercise. I need some just, you know, more moving more. Because I like to do art because it's very, mind you, if I'm doing this as well, gardening, you know, I'm working on it. Okay, my lovely people. Well, thank you. Oh, I've got a trainer already, Babs. Otherwise, I would not do any exercise at all. But I mean, I should do it a bit myself. Yes. Some J-pop, exactly. Well, that's already Japan Pop. It's very taken. What about J-Bot? Let's do that. And then it doesn't have to be as serious. Okay, my friends. Oh, yeah, Penny. Penny says she's so in love with the book truck. Water goes, very superb they are. Very superb. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful New Year's Eve. You can, of course, the things that I showed you, the fingerprints, the stamped story workshop, all that fun stuff. I've got so many fun things planned for the coming year. I can't wait. And yeah, it's just a lovely time with all of this change that we've got hurtling towards us. There's just going to be so much change. I think it's just going to keep, some of it's going to be for the better, and some of it's going to be a bit confronting, and some of it's going to be, we won't know if it's for the better or not. Be better for some, not better for others, but I think there's just a lot of change, and we're going to be noticing more. Everything's going to seem like scams and all of that, but that's how people get your attention, you know, these sort of really high points. So I'm just going to try and not be drawn into high emotion things that just don't really involve me, or me being all about, worried about things or anxious. It's not helping anything. I'm just going to try and just send out peaceful waves from my pocket of the world, and lead by example of doing more art. Is that a good enough? That's a good enough ambition, surely. Oh yeah, look at my flowers. Aren't they just gorgeous? Not that one, the little succulent. I don't know what he's doing there. Let's move that. It's not really the vibe. It's very nice, but it's not the vibe. But these are my big flowers. I've got my colour cube up there, my little rainbow light, love, and some art, mermaids. Just, things on the table. Okay. What a blessing it is for us to have our art, says Sensible Creation Sister. So true. Full blessing. And yes, I want to have a positive 2025, and all of that. It's very summertime here, burning hot, burning. Okay, my friends, well, go and get yourself some fingerprints and watercolor, or if you've already got some nice things you can use, go and use those. And I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve celebration, or however you choose to go about that. And yeah, just go into the world, into the next year, positive and colourful. Bye. Well, that's what I'm going to try and do. Now, I don't know how to turn this off. Oh, yes, I do. There we go. Bye.